Let's start with the league leaders, AC Milan, hosting sixth place Atalanta. Robbo, Atalanta's always fun to watch, but how stiff a test will they be for AC Milan?
There'll be a massive test for AC Milan because AC Milan have still got players out. They've also got Romagnoli suspended, Salamakas who came on and got sent off in the last game against Cagliari. So it's a very depleted Milan squad. And Atalanta, up until the last couple of games where Gasperini changed his squad, were in top form. They've beaten sides 4-1, 5-1. They've been absolutely outstanding. And on their day, they can cause people problems. And I'm sure they're going to cause AC Milan a lot of problems here. And I think this could be the game where AC Milan just drop away from that top position and lose the game. At the exact same time, AC Milan plays on Saturday. Inter will visit Udinese. Robbo, up and down season for Inter so far, no doubt about that. But they got to come into this one flying high, not just after the victory over Juventus, but really the performance. Well, the performance was much better than I've seen from Inter over the course of the season. The one thing that they've been having a problem with is conceding early goals. Well, they didn't do that against Juventus. They played at a high tempo. They got the ball forward into the front areas quickly. They got it into the wide areas and got crosses into the box. And they defended much better all around the pitch. And that's what they've got to do against an Udinese side who, against Atalanta in midweek, scored an early goal and then defended really well. So Inter can't afford to concede that early goal. I think they'll win the game. I think they'll win it comfortably. But they have to be at the same sort of level of performance as they were against Juventus. Speaking of Juventus and speaking of up and down, that's been the week for Juve, basically. You lose against Inter and then you come back in the Supercoppa against Napoli and get the victory. What do we make of this up and down Juve team? Well, you just said it, inconsistent. I think they know how they want to play. They know the formation. They know how they almost play with a 3.5-man defence. They try to get one of the wing-backs high up the field one side. They like to get one of the midfield players in behind the front two. They would like to get the front two working together, but Ronaldo wants to go here, there and everywhere at times. They've changed the players. They changed the personnel. Pirlo, when things start to go wrong, makes, I think, poor substitutions, and he makes lots of substitutions just for the sake of it. So they're inconsistent at the moment. They need to play at the same level as they did against Napoli. They were very poor last week against Inter. There was no creativity in midfield. The defenders, the wide defenders in the back three, didn't pass the ball well enough into the front areas, and Ronaldo went away from where he should be, a centre forward. So if they play well against Bologna, who have got one or two players on the counter-attack, Orsolini's a good player, Barrow's a good player down the other side, it's a game Juventus should win. Robbo, you mentioned Andrea Pirlo. Impressed or unimpressed so far with what he's done with Juventus? A bit of both. I think he's got to be given time because he's a young manager. He's not got that much experience, obviously. He came straight into the job. That's what the Juventus board knew that when they gave him the job, that he's got no experience. And sometimes you have to learn on the job. He's made mistakes. I think he tried to overcomplicate it at the start. He wasn't quite sure what his system was going to be. I can now see what his system is, but he's got to get more out of the players. I think he's got to get more discipline out of one or two players. And I'll mention Ronaldo again. He's got to get him to play where he wants him to play. And when Aaron Ramsey plays, he's got to get him to do his job both defensively and in attack. So I think he's got some better performances out of certain players. I think he's got to use the likes of Kulusevski better. But at the moment, it's 50-50.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.